I just kind of feel like this is gonna be weird. Not in a bad way, just odd. I've never really looked at anything Sandersides related. I've just seen like a couple of clips here and there. But the name Thomas Sanders kept popping up in my comments, in my reaction requests, everywhere. So here we are. I was initially gonna do like a couple of songs and then pick an episode, but I saw this episode, it really intrigued me, and it's a two-parter, so I was like, let's just dive into I was gonna say an episode. 2 episodes. And if y'all want, later on, I can look at some of the songs and other things, maybe shorter episodes, but this is gonna be Accepting Anxiety. I wanna say, just for the interest of clarity, I'm actually aware of Thomas Sanders. I've met him a few times. We even followed each other on Twitter. I don't even use Twitter anymore, but you know, we don't really talk. I'm not like friends with him, but I am good friends with one of the writers of Sandersides, Joan. They are the most wonderful person. I love them so much. I don't actually think they even watch my videos, so I'll just send them a clip of me saying how great they are. Joan, you're wonderful, never change. Joan doesn't work for Thomas anymore as far as I'm aware, but they did write a bunch of episodes with Thomas. I don't know if it was this one. I hope so. I want to see some Joni Woni in my Thomas Wommas. So, sorry. Before we start, and before I say anything worse, just thought I'd say I have a Patreon. If you want to see me say more stuff like that, you know, you can see it fully uncut. You hear me swear. It's great. You can also join my Discord server where I say shit like that all the time. I just realized that says Accepting Anxiety, part 1R2, colon, Accepting Anxiety, like, oh. Yeah, like, not accepting, but accepting.
Hey, this is Thomas, and this is usually where I start off by saying something quick and witty.
It also occurred to me I have no idea what his regular on-camera vibe is like.
Oh wait, actually I usually start off this video by saying, what is up everybody? But you know, I don't actually hear your responses, and strangely enough, I'm not concerned about consistency.
Weirdly, I feel that, you know, because I get so bogged down in habits, I guess you'd call them. I said like the exact same outro for 3 years or something like that, and I was convinced if I ever changed it, my channel would fucking delete or something. And when I did change it, you know what happened? Literally nobody noticed or gave a shit. So, you know, why does it matter anymore? Sometimes I end videos just being like, bye, nerd.
You know what I want to talk about? Eating food. Or you know what, actually maybe about that TV show I just watched. Or maybe I should just watch another TV show.
Just talking about anything? Is that sort of
right. Until next time, take it easy, guys, gals, and non-binary.
Hell yeah, video.
I'm going to step in for a second. Logan's here, so I probably did something wrong. What? No, you just seem to be a little uncharacteristically careless.
Is this his critique of himself?
That's it.
I mean, the way that he jumped up there was very like, actually.
You just seem to be a little uncharacteristically careless. Okay. I hadn't cared to notice.
Careless though, because he didn't stick to his...
Yes. I mean, you tend to start the video with at least some sort of direction before the inevitable.
It was just occurring to me that I was like, oh, careless? Like, I mean, it's not really being careless. Like, this is a crazy critique. And are they not super valid? Is it his own mind fighting with his own mind? Wow, Matthew, you picked up on the point.
But maybe that's a good thing, you know? Like changing it up? No, I mean...
That's what I said.
I don't know, you're confusing me. I think I have a vocab word for this. You good farm. Wow.
So he's just...
You're a really good trier, Logan. You're really good.
How does he say that? It sounds so sarcastic, but I'm not sure if he meant for it to. So I'm kind of getting the idea that this part of him is like obsessed with structure, but like to a fault. I get the feeling that every character that's going to be introduced is going to be like a really exaggerated version of whatever mode of thinking they represent. And it's not to say that this dude is better or would run the videos better, but you kind of need all of this mixing together in the right quantities.
You're really good. Thanks. If anybody like texted.
Oh, hey, who would get distracted?
Question about whether or not I'm good, fam? That's the one.
Oh, he was expecting an
something is up because you usually provide, you know, the explanatory exposition in my videos. The other characters are too zany or relatable. Okay, I'm at a loss here.
Is he not zany or relatable?
Morality, creativity. Wow.
Why does morality look like he belongs in a yacht club? And wait, so the other, the like nerd is named Logan, and the others just get like, I was gonna say emotions, not really, concepts as names? All right. You know, everyone on Earth is made up of 3 significant traits: morality, creativity, Logan.
Too cool to call us by our names, kiddo.
Nah, that was just the easiest way to, you know.
He literally said, "Are you too cool to call us by your names, kiddo?" So they do have names, and I just paused it too early. Who would ever do that? I've never done that before in my life. I always pause perfectly and never talk before I give the thing a chance to explain itself.
That was just the easiest way to, you know, quickly establish what you guys generally represent in case there are any new viewers watching.
Me. That's talking about me.
Consider taking a more nuanced approach with that explanation next time. He's my logical side. He's my logical side.
Is that why he's Logan? Like loganical?
But that is precisely why I wanted you two here.
You mean us 3?
Oh, did I
Who's
say
the other one?
No, then I guess I didn't mean 3. He's made mistakes before. An uncommon occurrence.
Are they trying to keep someone out of it?
Okay, time out for thee and time out for thee. Focus on issues or focus on me.
I want to get that tattooed. Oh my god.
Please stop.
Come
Stop,
on.
please. I'm sorry.
Mulan!
Thomas, this aloofness that you are displaying
This is
highly...
I mean, I know it's meant to represent anxiety, but this is also a pretty good representation of my brain when I'm coming off my medications. And when I'm on it. Just less.
You mean I can't make babies? What? Just kidding.
What the? Babies? Where did that... What?
This aloofness that you are displaying is highly unproductive.
Okay, I'm following now.
Just kidding. Can someone else please? Some
I don't know, I kind of like the main one.
seething fire.
Is something bothering you, buddy? An unattainable dream? A hopeless romance?
But is the morality guy actually gonna be really moral?
Trouble with adultery?
Oh yeah, you always say that instead of becoming an adult. Or
Is that the...
As if you didn't know the troubling definition of the word you're using.
I genuinely thought he was just talking about adultery.
I don't know what you two are talking about, but something definitely seems to be off. You keep saying that, but honestly, I'm good. Fam?
Now, don't you go shortening the word family by cutting out my 3 favorite letters. I-L-Y.
That's just my brain processing whether I loved or hated that joke. I think it's both. It can be both. That's how I feel about half the shit I say, to be honest, so I guess, like...
Okay, well, Patton definitely seems to be doing okay.
Oh, his name's Patton?
Let's see, Disney references, regal appearance, general awareness that I'm better than you two. I'm
Wow.
doing pretty good. Then what could be wrong here?
Boy, you both always act like you know all the answers, so it's
Why do all the parts hate each other? Even morality, like...
Anxiety.
Okay, I was gonna say, so they are missing someone, but like morality kind of seems mega passive-aggressive. Is it just me? I mean, I feel like that is how some people approach morality, right? Look at this face. He doesn't have lenses in those, does he? And why am I talking about that?
Just wanted to poke his eye out.
I didn't say out. I didn't say poke his eye out.
Just a little.
Poke him, not out.
Where is anxiety?
Do they want anxiety?
to offer his Moby dopey input.
Damn.
I'm still
Yeah.
angry.
No.
Everyone hates anxiety.
Thomas, this is highly...
Wait, he just left. So
We can't afford these detours anymore.
I found some granola.
We're
is he gonna like turn into anxiety?
well, at least it's something healthy. Thomas, isn't there a more important thing that you should be focusing on right now? Oh, you're just getting it all over the carpet, aren't you? All right, well...
What if you have guests over?
I'm feeling really called out right now. You know, I mean, I'm definitely not eating granola. Right?
Aunts, no uncles? Can you take...
Stop! So many puns! Because he was spilling crumbs all over the place. They were like, oh, what if you have some friends over? And it was like, oh, you're definitely inviting some aunts over. And the other one was like, just aunts, no uncles. Yeah, that was my reaction too. I still laughed.
Can you take off the hoodie? Like you look like a hot mess. Nay, not hot, cool. Nay, not cool, uncool. An uncool mess.
What's wrong with the hoodie, man?
Dear sweet mother of hairbrushes.
Oh, it's...
Here's your hair. I'm just letting it do its thing.
There's a lot of viewers that are gonna see you like this, so...
Yeah, they've seen me on better days. It evens out. You know, Thomas, I don't know if that makes sense.
I don't know, it kind of makes sense. If I saw someone have great hair all the time, and then one day they didn't, you know, I wouldn't be like, well, clearly their hair's just
just put your hood back on.
You're the
You just wanted it off.
mean. I'm not Hoss. I'm Prince Roman. Okay, well, better bring in Count.
This is so surreal already, what the...
Mr. T is contributing. Roman brought the clever nicknames to the table. I brought the oats and honey clusters to the table.
Put them down.
Okay, fine. Let's get them here. Anxiety?
So he's arguing with himself in all this. I guess it's just all the sides of him nagging him. And is there a problem with anxiety missing? Wouldn't that be good?
Anxiety, come on up here, kiddo. Come on up here so everyone can see that cool makeup.
I'll see that you exist.
Well, love has failed me. That can be applied to many instances in my life.
Okay.
The first being...
Steady!
Dude,
Are we really going down that road? You usually don't like talking about that kind of...
yeah, I mean, tell me about all your heartbreak.
Not much of a filter.
Yes, and no fear.
You have
no...
I have no anxiety. Is that what you guys are trying to say?
Okay, well, he also has no sense of...
So that's good?
This is very disconcerting.
Why? They're all concerned that he doesn't have anxiety at the moment. The anxiety isn't here.
We three are the most important facets of Thomas's personality. Plus, we all contribute a little extra stuff too.
So
We got along just fine without him in the first two Sandersides videos. He may not have a physical presence, but he was always there within Thomas to some extent.
oh my god, this is getting too meta.
He too may represent more than just anxiety, even though that is a significant part of who he is.
What else would he represent? Tell me.
If anxiety's gone, what do we have to lose? I don't...
Am I wrong for... Oh. It all just clicked. I was about to be like, am I wrong for sitting here being like, I don't really get the problem with his anxiety being gone. But I'm realizing it's not his anxiety disorder that's gone. It is all concept of anxiety, full stop. He's just like, I don't fear death. I fear nothing. I am anxious about nothing. Should I light my hand on fire? What will happen if I do? Who gives a shit? Let's self-immolate forever. And that goes back to the thesis I said at the start, where it's not about like not having any of these at all. It's about measuring them and making sure that they all work with each other. That's smart. That tricked me because I was like, anxiety gone. Good. Throw a party. But he might throw a party in a burning building with every kind of drug you could possibly imagine ingested all at the same time.
Wow. So you're super brave. That's good.
There's a difference between bravery and acting without caution.
Yeah, that's...
Oh my... Sweet.
I guess that's what they're saying.
Hurt. Was that a laptop? That like hurt real bad.
He doesn't even care about it hurting. That's an interesting perspective.
It seems that anxiety has officially clocked out. Okay. Well, he can work on that. Thomas, did you remember to lock your motor vehicle?
I've literally never thought about that as a thing because... wow. Whenever we talk about anxiety, we kind of always implicitly talk about it as anxiety disorder, you know? Literally every time anyone talks to me about anxiety, I just instantly assume they're talking about an anxiety disorder that affects their life or irrational anxiety that still affects their life even if it's not a disorder. But I've never really sat for a second and thought that anxiety as a thing make sense to exist, because as far as our evolutionary biology goes, we need to have anxiety about like what might be behind the bushes. You know, it causes fear, and that's useful and stops us from being incredibly self-destructive. So then anxiety disorders are just when that problem registers in our brain to a disproportionate amount, and that means that anxiety as a concept is actually important and useful, and we just need to manage it. All from a character being missing in this weird video.
That's not a symptom of a lack of anxiety. Not directly, but with the anxiety over leaving his car unlocked, Thomas always double checks to make sure, securing that memory in place.
I doubt anybody will go looking through his car. Oh my god!
It's almost like they're all the same people.
Well, it sounds like I'm in trouble or something.
No, it just sounds like these two are worrying too much.
So you need a smaller version of anxiety. And that's why the title says accepting, because it's like, you know, making an exception for anxiety and getting rid of it. And then it's also accepting it because it's like, why we need anxiety. Oh my God, Thomas. It's crazy.
Princey's never liked anxiety. That's his problem.
That's not true.
Yeah, it's clear that you...
Okay, I can't stand that.
Is it because anxiety gets in the way of creativity?
To offer his mopey, dopey input, I don't like it.
Oh, now your memory will.
I like how one of them was literally just in this video.
Both had our moments of seeing eye to eye with anxiety, but you seem to remain resolute as ever in how you perceive him. Look, I am the...
Again, that's interesting because some of the other emotions or sides of them or whatever sometimes have worked alongside anxiety, but it's always creativity that doesn't mesh with... Why is this so relatable?
Took my pants off.
Why?
No one can see. I don't care.
That's... I've never done that before.
Well, if anxiety's not here, where is he? Probably in his room. His room?
Does he not always exist though still? Or is it like a repressed?
If you wanted to cathartically indulge in typically troubling emotions, think the Mind Palace, but specifically for anxiety.
That sounds horrifying.
So you all have one? Oh my goodness, more stuff I'm learning about myself. I'd rather go to Patton's. Can we go there?
Nope. We need to go to Anxiety's room to check.
Wait, is Patton's creativity? He just wants to hang out in the creativity room?
So we're all going to Anxiety's room? Who knows what that tragic kingdom looks like? Are you good to join us on this time?
Is that what the second episode is going to be? They're going to be in his weird mind palace thing?
Okay, I thought I would like you without your never-ending assembly line of predicaments. This is truly
Yeah, because it's too far the other way.
make you anxious. That is the corner of your mind where we need to go. It may be
Wait, he's on board now?
down that road.
Got it.
Yeah, okay.
Unlock it immediately.
Here we go. Again on my own. Going down to Anxiety's corner of Thomas's mind.
Oh, I guess I'm doing this too. This is new.
Okay.
Whoa.
Well, I thought it would cut
I knew
there.
I should have taken that left turn at Albuquerque.
What's up with the weird clock?
I know. It was just...
Oh, it's a perception of time. Oh my god. This is going to be so relatable. Okay. What's interesting to me is that all of the other characters seem so self-assured, like morality knows, oh, he's just not gonna have a moral compass without me, and creativity is like, oh, where would you be? You have no career without me. I am creative. Then Logan, who I still am unsure exactly what he represents, I feel like they said it, but maybe not. He is like, I don't know, if you didn't have me, you'd be a disorganized mess. We all know that. And when you think about positive emotions, like it's so easy to think how life would be negative without those. But when you think about negative emotions, which I guess shouldn't really be negative, they're just emotions. But because we don't want to feel them, it's hard to think about how they'd even be beneficial to us. But I mean, think about like pain, literally just the sensation of physical pain. There are people that don't feel pain. There's like a very rare nerve disorder where people just don't feel anything. And you're like, oh, wow, that'd be wonderful. I'd never have to feel any sort of pain. But like every morning they have to check their mouth to be like, oh, have I like chewed off my tongue in my sleep? I don't know. Oh, have I just been walking on glass? I've got no clue. Am I going to be able to use my feet anymore? They could just like be stabbed from behind and not know, you know? Like, so even though pain is something that we think is negative and bad, it still helps, you know, it helps us take care of ourselves because we know when we're in negative situations. And it's weird because you can think about pleasurable sensations and be like, oh yeah, you're never going to get to feel that again. And that's awful. But if you take away the negative, it's still all so bad for you.
If you have light on light, you have nothing. If you have dark on dark, you basically have nothing. Got to have a little sadness once in a while so you know when the good times come.
His room sure looks a lot like my living room. Like,
I like the clock. I don't know if it's intentional, but just the fact that the clock is constantly spinning is how I feel about time.
if this is his room, where is anxiety?
What are you doing in my room?
Why did it make me jump? I love the smoky eye look.
You literally all just screamed in unison upon seeing me. Sorry, it's just you.
The way he's lit is so creepy.
What is my hair? Welcome back, Thomas.
Oh, now he's aware. That's funny.
For some reason, I wasn't feeling your presence at all. Yeah, I know.
Did he just decide to...
Because I've decided to duck out.
I was gonna say, did he decide to dip or something?
That's a thing you can do for this video, I guess.
What do you mean?
I removed myself from the equation. I quit. Decided it wasn't worth it anymore.
Wow.
Why would you do that?
Well, it didn't seem like I was wanted.
Yeah, he feels unappreciated.
Pretty clear anytime I showed up.
What?
Except you, Patton. You're a funny guy.
Why is that cute? What the hell?
We were just tensing up because we knew that something bad would... Look,
But isn't that exactly what anxiety does?
look, I am the creative side, not the fluffy, cutesy, kind wordsy side.
It's weird the things that this is making me think, because in the same way that I was like, when I think of anxiety, I just think of an anxiety disorder, and that's strange because I don't think about the actual just concept base useful thing of anxiety. When I think about like creativity, I don't think about a creativity disorder, but I feel like that'd be pretty bad too. You know, like imagine if the only emotion you always felt was just at the back of your mind, creative, this itch to be creative, and you could never scratch it no matter what you do. You're just always feeling like you're about to like bust out a painting. You can't relax, you must paint. It'd be awful. It'd be terrible. And I guess then on the other side of it, like Logan, if it goes too far and that becomes the thing, and then that's like OCD. This is so layered.
One would think that the creative side would be able to come up with a nicer way to talk to others. You'd think the smart side would know when to mind his own business.
Okay, it's real sweet that you all decided to come for a visit, but if I wanted to stand around being insulted, I would have shown up in person like I usually do.
That's so sad.
Anxious baby.
Again, that sounded so sarcastic.
You're better off without me.
No.
Well, clearly not, because he has no fear of anything.
I mean, without you, he was acting like like a big bumbling couch potato man. That.
Hey, what's wrong with that, huh? You got a problem with big bumbling couch potato man?
I'm just gonna come out and say it. A cotton-headed indie muggins. That is enough out of you. Logic. See, he's reining me in right now because of
Logic. He did say what he was before. I forgot about that. I would keep calling him Logan. I'm like, what the hell is Logan?
We've already learned that Thomas listening to me too much can be a problem. Same with Roman. Probably even Logan. Easy. Now, while I still have your attention, do you think maybe we could switch places?
All right, I can't.
Switch? Why do they want to switch?
I actually think you were right
What?
to not want me around. I've always aimed to protect you, but lately,
So, is even anxiety being like, oh, I need to just tone it down a bit?
Like the embodiment of a dark and stormy night. Roman,
That's a
what?
great question.
He's a creepy cookie. You're a creepy cookie, anxiety. Roman, you're like a.
Oh, I just realized they all got a little bit of eyeshadow because they're in anxiety's room. That's so funny.
Pump the brakes, Princey. I'm sorry. You pumped those brakes. I'm sorry. I'm feeling.
Oh, he's getting. Oh, I didn't even pick up on. That's funny.
When did you apply eyeshadow? I didn't. But does it look okay because a prince has got to slay? Of course it looks good. Why would you think it wouldn't? Do you have self-esteem?
They're all getting. Anxiety is somehow influencing the other ones.
but all this reflecting and working on your issues with us has gotten me to think that I overdo it.
You could never overdo it. Well, you are perfect.
That's what I'm saying. There's a middle ground. It's not 100% or 0%.
Bright like a diamond. You okay, Pat? I just got a lot of.
They're all tweaking.
Our buddies. Look, anxiety, you're a natural fight or flight reflex.
Even here, even logic is okay.
And for some people, yes, you're a little heightened, but what's a little extra height, right? I mean, that just means you're tall enough to ride every ride at Disney World. Unless you're too tall and you get decapitated on It's a Small World. Wow, sorry.
Does this happen when they go to anyone's room?
Anything can be counterproductive.
Well, yeah, but for me.
Hold on. Yes, I'm about to provide more exposition, Tom.
The amount of eyeshadow he's getting.
The relationship between anxiety and performance can be expressed on this curve, known as the
What
Yerkes
the
Dodson
hell?
curve. It's named after the psychologists R.M. Yerkes and J.D. Dodson. Get on with it, calculator watch! Yeah, loud noises. Okay, up here is where you want to be.
This is kind of what I was saying.
Pushes us to this side of the curve and performance is hindered, which is less than ideal. But without you at all, Thomas is not just on this more
Yeah.
relaxed, laid back.
I mean, it's not even just that anxiety makes you work better, but it kind of also motivates you to work and do things, right? Like a part of me films videos and continues to work on these things because I'm anxious that like no one will care about me if I stop and I'll die alone and forgotten. I just need some eyeshadow. I can't remember even who said it to me, but once when I was first getting into performing and stuff, they were like, the day that you don't feel nervous to get on stage is the day you should quit. That was
Yes! Someone said that to me. So
all right. Then I was like, okay, so if I don't feel nervous, I just quit everything, perish actually.
He's all the way down here by the horn of a unicorn that was going somewhere. I normally would have fallen asleep, but I
wonder if their hair's gonna get messed up too.
am bitterly jittery and not very glittery.
But with me, aren't you just always on the other side of that curve thing?
So just turn it down.
Yeah, that.
There's ways that I can work on that anxiety, but I'd rather work on it with you than without you at all.
Why does this feel like a reunion scene? Like they're getting back, they've broken up and they're back together.
Like a really important alarm clock. Sure, the noise can be sudden and a little unpleasant sometimes, but it's important for me to recognize the concern, register it,
Well, I did kind of nail the intention.
and triple check things he needed to study before taking tests. And also that feeling of tingliness after achieving something he didn't think was possible.
Yeah, I guess anxiety also gives you that sense. Oh my God. Stop making me understand my emotions.
You're what pressures me to get out of bed, to get moving and doing stuff. I'm lucky to have you the way that I do.
That's so real.
Anxiety that's heightened to the point where it becomes an incredibly difficult and hindering condition, whether it's a symptom of a different issue, or an anxiety disorder, or the unfortunate result of something someone may be going through. And I don't want to downplay any of that.
I feel like the other characters have more eyeshadow and more anxiety than anxiety does.
Anxiety, you're what pushes Thomas to rehearse
I said exactly that. Oh my God.
nervousness that he feels right before going on stage.
And he's literally talking about nervousness now as well.
You let his excitement and passion for performance take over.
That's so cute.
You're willing to work as a team. And that You make us
Whole better. I should stop trying to finish sentences.
that good? Did I do good?
I'm gonna cry. I just don't want to lose any of you.
Yerk Dotson!
What the heck is going on?
These guys have all been
So-
in the corner of your mind for too long. It's corrupt.
Why is it all syncing up like that?
Are starting to work to drive you far over to the other end of that curve.
What?
Hang on,
So get out, yeah.
Thomas. Remember what you've learned. Breathe in for 4 seconds. Hold your breath for 7 seconds.
Is he just gonna end up back in the regular living room?
Keep it up, Thomas. That's good. Keep
This is so strange.
Okay.
I'd be so curious to see what like the other realms would look like.
Being anxious about the idea of growing more anxious. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Wow. Who's gotten into feedback loops like that? Oh, that's crazy.
Sometimes it's better for a society to be anxious than complacent. Another thing,
Why is he just spitting out gems left and right?
so if you do actually go out, anything remotely good will be pleasantly surprising.
Oh my.
Okay, not so bad.
Party on, my dudes.
I mean, I feel like he doesn't need to sell himself anymore because they're all on board.
You feel listened to and strive for a better balance from here on out. And to all of you out there,
That's, I mean, it makes me think of things even more because while I've been out here saying like, oh, you need anxiety and all that sort of thing, I guess it's not super occurred to me that anxiety doesn't necessarily need to be something that you overcome, you know? Like I said, it can be useful. So it's just weird that I think about it in the sense that like, yeah, you can beat your anxiety like he's doing. I feel like you should work with it in a positive way, right?
You've kind of made me want to open up to you, but big surprise, I'm really anxious about it.
What would anxiety open up about?
On the subject of my name,
shut up. Oh, that's okay.
They-
No pressure. If you don't want to.
Logan, shut your ever-flapping gob talker.
Okay, no
Oh, has anxiety never said his name or something?
Man, why did we have to have a heartfelt moment? It's totally fine. This is a very accepting environment, but I have to tell you that I've been theorizing on it for a very.
Oh, okay, so they don't actually know his name.
I think it is. I will lose it.
Wow,
Okay.
way to make him feel
Promise
even
I
more
won't laugh,
anxious.
though.
Of course not.
Thomas! His name is Thomas?
My name is Virgil. Okay, it's like
okay.
a band-aid. You just gotta rip it off.
Virgil?
I was really expecting it to be...
An A-N or an O-N? Shouldn't it be something like Virgin?
Why is that so funny?
Why A-N-O-O?
Because, it's not.
It does sound very...
It is awesome.
I still don't know one of their name. I don't remember what there's Patton, Logan, Thomas, Virgil. Who the f*** are you? I'm pretty sure they said his name, the creativity guy, but I just missed it. I was probably talking over it, saying some dumb shit. Huh, that's like... This is my anxious thoughts saying that just then. My Virgil.
It took a lot to trust us with that information. Virgil.
You can call me Verge.
I'm not gonna call you that.
Learning to embrace all of who I am, learning new things.
That's cute. Why is this so uplifting?
I'm at least glad I can offer some help, even if sometimes I can be hard to deal with.
In Thomas's case, you are indeed manageable. Yeah, and you are nothing compared to the others. Others? What do you mean others? What others?
Other emotions?
This is foreboding. Ah, it's nothing. So long.
Vita saying goodnight.
What was that all about?
Yeah, that's a fantastic question. Oh, now they're just still chilling alone?
Table that question for another day.
Gotcha. And Virgil,
You know, it's really weird hearing you say that.
honestly, thank you for all of the good stuff that you do provide. You can be
How strange hearing him talk to his own self about...
the possible upsides of anxiety. Again,
It did, Thomas. I feel like this is just an outro for the video now, right? Yes.
too much can of course be a hindrance, but for many of you, by taking time to accept it as a natural part of you, by making it feel heard and not letting it
That's honestly,
managing your anxiety will get a little easier each day.
that's so fascinating, dude.
Take it easy, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Peace out.
That was whack. I went into this thinking like, oh yeah, you know, I know what the concept is. It's going to be fine. Going to be really understandable. I didn't really think it would make me question all that much, you know? I think because it's such a, I guess I'll say it, like corny representation, I guess I kind of assumed it wouldn't be incredibly substantial. Like I thought it would be interesting and fun, but not like a deep exploration of the way that different emotions and even negative emotions coexist with each other. And yeah, I feel like weirdly, genuinely, this made me question and understand some things about myself, and that's strange, because I feel like I'm at a point in my life where I should know these things, you know? And yet, I mean, no. You know what? I'll be nice to myself. You know, I'll quell my Virgil because I'm allowed to not know things, right?
Yeah.
Felicity's like, she said yes, but she shook her head. She's like, no.
You have to know everything. What do you mean?
See?
I mean.
See?
What? No.
But yeah. That was a lot. I feel like my perspectives have changed, and that's interesting and weird because I just didn't expect that. So thanks. Yeah. Now I want to watch more, you know? What else can you blow my mind about, Thomas? Let's find out. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I really appreciate you being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye, nerd.